5 common mistakes I see people make on the turnabout. So we can see the marking sheet. You can be marked for competency, observation and right of way. The first 2 mistakes I'm going to talk about falls under the competency category. Competency means, can you turn the car around in a competent manner without hitting or mounting the curb or going too fast or going too slow. So mistake number 1 I see for competency is for when people go way too fast across the road and then way too slow on the reverse part. So I do say before we start that we need to do fast hands and slow feet, and this is what people end up doing. So this is what people do. So we know we do gosh out to move off. So gear, observation, yes we do signal to the right for the turnabout. When people are moving off from a park position, it's always the same. It's clutch up to the bite, set your gas. But that would be too fast now if we're going across the road like this, because we only want to go 10 meters across the road. So this is going to be too fast. So I've set my gas, handbrake down, and this is what people do. One more look, and they go way too fast across the road. That's way too fast. There's 2 marks in there, one for competency and one for observation. I'll talk about that in mistake number 3. So then what I'll tell the person is, that was way too fast, go slower on the way back, and they'd say, yeah, no problem, I'll go slower. And they always get the speed perfect here, but they always do this with the wheel. Now I'm never gonna get this done in 3 moves with these little small baby steers. It's never gonna work for me. So that is a really common mistake. People do fast hands, fast feet, or else slow feet, really slow hands. So now it's about moving your hands and feet independently from each other. So I'll show you what I mean now. So I'm going to do the turnabout here. I'm going to do gosh out gear, observation, signal to the right. Because I'm only literally going from here to there, there's no need to use the accelerator. If you're in the manual, bring your clutch up to the bite and hold. If you're in the auto, just bring your foot slightly off the brake. Once you're rolling, that's fast enough. Hold your foot on the brake. So handbrake down, one more look. I'm going slow at the speed, whip that wheel around, and then it's just going it's just using your hands and feet separately. So now for the reverse part, into reverse, I know fast hands, slow feet, so clutch up to the bite or come off the brake, whip that wheel around, but I'm only going about 0.2 kilometers an hour, but I've still moved my hands really fast. So that's what I mean by fast hands, slow feet. If you're enjoying the video and you're serious about passing your driving test, why not join my YouTube membership, where I break down the full marking sheet guidelines and I show you exactly what the tester is looking for. I've made it seriously affordable, and you will be supporting the channel so I can make bigger and better videos. Click the join button on my page. So the next mistake I'm going to talk about also falls under the competency category. And this is for people getting stuck in the middle of the road for too long. So I do tell people you are allowed to dry steer in your turnabout if you need to. I do recommend doing it on a really narrow road. You don't have to do it, but if you're struggling with it, you can do it. So when people hear that, this is what they do. So I've done gear, observation, yeah, I signal to the right, handbrake down, one more look. As they come across the road, I know fast hands, slow feet. And this is what people do. Okay, they stop. So now they do a big steer to the left. Then they go into reverse. Then they do a big look around. And then eventually they get the car moving. Now that's way too long to be stuck in the middle of the road, especially if it's a busy little road. And stop. And then what people do is this. Into first, look right and left, and off you go. So that's way too, and if you do too much steering from that side, you'll end up in the middle of the road. It's hard to park on the left. So in that scenario, we did dry steer, but we were stuck in the middle of the road too long. So I'll show you a better way to do that now. So gear, observation, signal, handbrake down, one more look. So now, instead of doing all my steering now, why don't you go into gear first? Start steering as you're looking around. Now find your bike, and I'm finishing the steering as I'm rolling back. That would be a better way to do it. And same again, stop before you hit the pad. So instead of doing all the steering now, go into gear first, start your steering as you're looking left and right, then find your bike, and then off you go. It's okay to get a start on the steering, but don't do it all while you're stopped. It takes too long for you to do it. So mistake number 3 falls under the observation category, and this is a very common mistake people make. So if you remember number 1, we went too fast across the road and we weren't able to look right and left. So when you go slow, this is what you're supposed to do. So we're going to move off from a park position, gear, observation signal, handbrake down, fast with the hands, slow with the feet. When I've done my steering, now it's time to look right and left, up and down the road. Just people kind of get a bit confused here. It's not your mirrors, it's up and down the road. You're looking for cars coming up and down the road. Into the reverse part, right and left and back window. Right and left, back window. And you'll see your wheel touching the curb in this mirror if you haven't got a camera. So the next mistake we're going to talk about again is for observation, and this time it's in the reverse part. So when we're going in reverse, we look right and left, but also out the back window, over your left shoulder, out the back window. So this is what people normally do. So now we're going to do the reverse part. So we're into gear, we're looking right and left, over this shoulder, out the back window. It's not your mirror is not enough. It's right and left, over your left shoulder, out the back window. It's not your mirror. You are allowed to use your camera as long as you do right and left back window. You'll also see your wheel hitting the curb in that right mirror. And the last mistake I see people make is for right of way. As you're coming across the road, if you're looking right and left and you see a car coming, you stop. What people tend to do is they see the car and they literally just completely ignore them, look away, and they continue to do the manoeuvre. When you see it, as you're doing it, if you see a car, you stop. Make eye contact with the person. When they stop, you continue, but they could still keep driving at you. You don't want to be still doing the manoeuvre as they're driving at you. So that's it. If you enjoyed the video, like, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.